Hi, I'm Yuhang Wang. I'm a professor in the School of Earth and Atmospheric Sciences. The other member of the team at Georgia Tech is Olga in the School of Economics. We also have two external members that's not listed here at Cal State and Texas A&M. The issue that we're trying to attack here is trying to get together a team for a global center of fire, climate change, and economic solutions for Africa. The problem comes in from three aspects here. The first aspect is science, that when we look at climate change in Africa, fire is a major component in the continent. And fire also interacts with vegetation, so you're looking at a three-way interactions among climate change, fire, and vegetation. Now, in terms of human interactions, we're looking at biomass management, agriculture practices, and sustainability development in Africa. And to tie these together, we need economic solutions to try to get the continent engaged. And now the issue here is that Africa has about half of the world burning taking place each year in the continent. It is a continent with the largest, well, the fastest growth rate of population, human population. And it also has one of the largest growth for livestock in terms of agriculture feed. The problem there is that when you start having this economic development in agriculture and livestock feeds, fire is adversely affected. Very different from where we have here that we try to suppress fires. Over in Africa, if you don't have a healthy level of fires, then you start to have the shrubs growing, and which will negatively affect the livestock, and more particularly the wildlife over in the continent. So it's a big issue. We don't really know how to attack this problem properly because there are issues in science that we don't totally understand in terms of interactions, systematic interactions. We don't really know how to best sort of manage the human aspect of the problem either. For economics, Olga is an expert in economics in Africa, but she tells me there are limitations in what they understand as well. So what we have done with the funding that we had earlier this year is trying to narrow down the problem. And what we're thinking now is to focusing on this problem of feeding humans as well as the livestock in terms of the problem of cropland expansion. Now, we tried to analyze, potential effectiveness of using economic as a leverage to solve the problems through managed burning, essentially. And we sort of expanded our partnerships through different networks. Now we have 7 institutes in Africa in the most frequent burning countries. And we got a paper published, but this is mostly in the science aspect of it. Now, in terms of what we want to do in the next step is that this is a very complex problem. We don't, we were thinking about building a big model, but it's kind of difficult. So AI could potentially come in terms of knowledge-based machine learning by mixing the models results together with available data. That's what we're going to do this semester, hopefully, with a professor in College of Computer Science. And we also want to expand on the connections of this problem with the wildlife habitats and ecological conservation efforts in Africa. Now, so the team is still building. There are a lot of things we don't know. So, in terms of needs, well, we would like to have experts in wildlife habitats and ecological conservation. We would hope to have some sort of engineering solution. Right now, we're only thinking about economic solutions, but it's not clear what type of engineering solution there is for this type of problem. And the policy research, obviously, and lastly, the end user community engagement. Thank you.